Welcome to the 2-Minute Writer's Challenge. It's Mindset Monday and it's a beautiful day. It's New Year's Day. How awesome is that? And today's quote is rather fun. I think it's a fitting thing. Man can fail many times, but he isn't a failure until he begins to blame someone else. And therein lies our greatest challenge, isn't it? To take responsibility for our life instead of blaming, conveniently, someone else for all of our problems. That never ends well. Hi there, my name is Christopher Diarmani. It is my pleasure, my purpose, my passion to empower aspiring Christian nonfiction writers to share their trauma to triumph journey using a complete, detailed roadmap for writing success, because it's the simplest and easiest way to make the impact you know you're born to make. So I want to talk about this quote. I want to ask you a specific question. Are you a victim? Are you a victim of circumstance? Or are you in command of your life? That shouldn't be a difficult question, and yet so often we find it really hard to answer because we want to say that we're in control of our life, but we also know in the pit of our stomachs that we far too often abdicate complete responsibility for almost everything in our life. And here's the challenge, the difficulty. The moment we blame someone else for our failure, we abdicate all responsibility for our life and all responsibility for being able to fix whatever the problem is that caused us to fail in the first place, because it's someone else's fault. Such nonsense. And yet, in that state of mental servitude, we completely give over our will. We pray that this benevolent dictator will actually be benevolent instead of a Stalin or a Pol Pot or some other horrible person from our humanity's history. It's simply a lot easier to take responsibility for your actions that you take, the decisions that you make, the actions that you take, and the consequences thereof. It may not be pleasant some days, but it's certainly easier and simpler because you always know where to go to solve the problem. Right here. It's always right here. But it means taking complete ownership, extreme ownership. To use the title of the book by the Navy SEAL whose name is escaping me at the moment. Somebody please let me know in the comments. Can't remember his name. Extreme Ownership, great book. I highly recommend that book. Because when you take extreme ownership of your life and everything that goes on in it, you simply live a more fulfilled, more happy, more content life. There's no better way to live than being responsible for your life. With this it's more fulfilling. With this empowered mindset, every failure is nothing but a stepping stone to your ultimate inevitable success. Because your success is inevitable, right? You just pick up the pieces, try one more time, try something different, fix the problem, and move ahead. Stepping stone to success. Every single failure is exactly that. Philippians 4:13 is, let me go back a step. I want to talk about our successes. Every one of our successes is a testament to our commitment, our dedication, our perseverance to doing the thing that we know we have to do anyways. And Philippians 4:13 is a really great verse that reflects on this principle. Let me bring that up for you. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Now that may not feel relevant right this moment, but I guarantee you that it is. Because when you live in your faith, when you rely on the God who made you to help you figure out what's going on and how to fix it, every problem becomes solvable. Every problem becomes solvable. So own your failures, own your life, own your successes, own all of it. Just refuse to give in to the temptation that, it's someone else's fault. Well, isn't Adam just a horrible and yet perfect example of this? God, it was, that woman that you gave me. It was her fault that I ate from the tree of knowledge, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. No, it was your own fault, Adam. So let's learn the lesson of that passage in that we must take responsibility for our life, every part of it. When we do that, our authenticity will then miraculously, inevitably show through. And your reader will understand that you know exactly what you're talking about, because they'll understand. They will, that integrity will simply flow through all of your words, and you will touch their heart in the way that you know you were born for. That's it. That's the purpose. So own your failures, own your successes, own all of it. They're just stepping stones to your inevitable success. So why be afraid of them? There's no reason whatsoever. So until tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you then. Bye for now.